General Motors is facing a lawsuit from drivers who are claiming there are serious safety flaws in their new SUVs and trucks. What are these alleged safety issues? Let's go through it, guys. Let's have a look if the drivers here have a case. However, General Motors will escape with this one unscathed. A new lawsuit has put General Motors back in the spotlight, but not in a good way. This is regarding an old recall or aging, because plaintiffs in this case are claiming that some of the automaker's 2025 trucks and SUVs has brakes that can fail. Now, of course, any brake set can fail over a period of time, although doing so in the first year of having one, that's a big concern. But is there an obvious flaw here that should be corrected, something that is expected to not be the case? Let's have a look. This lawsuit was filed in the US District of Court for the Eastern District of Pennsylvania, and it covers owners of Chevrolet Traverse, GMC Acadias, Buick Enclaves, and Chevy Colorados, as well as the GMC Canyon. And according to the lawsuit, the issue can appear as soon as delivery. Yes, as soon as it rolls off the delivery truck. With the warning lights and messages in the dashboard saying brake and service brake system and ABS fault popping up before the drivers experience reduced or complete brake failure. Some owners say the pedals feel stiff or conversely sinks into the floor entirely. Two Traverse owners have claimed that their master cylinders failed while driving. GMC replaced the components under warranty, but both argue the automaker failed to fix these issues within a reasonable time and never issued a formal recall for this issue. So they might have fixed the one that was affecting them. However, not all of them. Not all of them. Is this an inherent problem or is it something that's unique to their models? Well, there's at least two of them we know about. The lawsuit claims that General Motors sold vehicles it allegedly knew contained faulty equipment, choosing not to notify customers about the risk. Now, interestingly, the filing that's been filed... Now, interestingly, the lawsuit that has been filed does not describe the precise reason for the master cylinder failure. Instead, it says that much of its parts aren't wear and tear items. As a result of the alleged issues, plaintiffs say that their vehicles are worth less. It's one thing to see how individuals in a lawsuit speak of an issue, and another to see public complaints. Thankfully, the NHTSA.gov website is rife with those. One of the latest complaints on the government website concerns a 2025 GMC Acadia Denali. The owner described a long trip from Omaha, Nebraska to Laurie, Missouri that ended in multiple brake warnings and a long stay at the dealership. The complaint reads as the following, quote, "While driving my 2025 GMC Acadia Denali on redacted," not sure what that would be. Why would you want to keep the road out of there, but all right. From Omaha, Nebraska to Laurie, Missouri, I received a service brake assist warning lamp as well as a check engine and ABS warning lamps in St. Joseph, Missouri. At this point, my vehicle had 6,945 miles on it. We turned around and we went back to Omaha. We dropped the car with Greg Young Chevrolet at 7,095 miles. The dealership identified the issue as an EBCM and master cylinder assembly failure. It replaced the EBCM and master cylinder assembly, test drove the car 7 miles and told me my Acadia was ready to go. I did not make it out of the dealership parking lot before the service brake assist and check engine lights came on again. The dealership again identified master cylinder assembly failure, again replaced said assembly, test drove it for 10 miles, this time, and told me my Acadia was ready to go. I got my Acadia and made it 1.1 miles before the service brake assist light came on again. I promptly returned my Acadia to the dealership where it sits today. At the date I am typing this, September 14th, 2025, the dealership has had my Acadia since August 22nd. So we're talking, what? That's like nearly a month. That's like 3 weeks. That's a long time. So we're talking like 3 weeks there. The master cylinder has now failed 3 times at this point. First after 6,945 miles, second after 7, third after 11. The safety of myself and my family was put at risk by the potential failure of my brake system. This should not happen on a brand new car with less than 7k miles, and darn sure not 3 times in a row. Yes, this problem has been confirmed by the dealer 3 times. End quote. Very thorough, but I can imagine you want to be at that point really, because that's huge. So basically what they need to do at this point, and I'm no legal expert, but I know about a lot of these cases and how they kind of go. Basically they need to prove that there's a lot of these cases, and clearly that there are some, And it is odd how these systems would break so quickly after less than 10,000 miles. I mean, your brake's going, that's a really serious fault. That's the kind of thing that should only really happen at any point, like 50,000 miles at least. And even then, you're probably thinking, that's not really good, is it? That is a real pickle for sure. They need to prove that, and they also need to prove basically how likely this is to happen. If there's an inherent design problem in there, what is causing it to fail again and again and again? They need to get in touch with her, whoever put that message on that board there. So yeah, interesting stuff for sure, guys. Have you experienced these issues? Do you own one of these cars from this year? Is this an inherent problem, would you say? Have you experienced it? I want to hear what you have to say in the comments below as always, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe as always, and have a fantastic day wherever you're on the world today, guys. See you very soon.